Hello friends, this is Chandrakant from Akulmac Technologies. Welcome to Dobraz. And as usual, let me welcome my friend, my mentor from London, Mr. Naval Govt.
Good morning, CK. Good morning, everybody. It's another beautiful day in London. A little chilly, but we can't control the weather, can we? So what's going on, CK? What's new in the world after this long and exhaustive week?
So, Naval, we are coping with COVID quite nicely. Our data looks good, so I don't want to bore you with that because I think it's nice. It was nice yesterday. It is nicer today. So, I think India is coping with COVID well. What Government of India wants to do now is basically reform some of the things which were pending for so many years, hundreds of years. And India being an ancient country, there are certain laws which are very ancient in nature. Some were put by British, which are not relevant anymore. Some were put up by the socialist government in 70s and 80s, which are not again relevant in today's world. So considering all these, the current day government wants to make out major reforms which are positive, which are relevant for people. And Prime Minister of India has divided these initiatives into 5 pillars, and he calls them localization, liquidity, labor reforms, legal reforms, and land reforms. So on these 5 L's, the future journey of India would depend on. And as you know, Naval, I have already updated you about the localization, liquidity that has been announced at a very high level yesterday. Yesterday there was labor reforms which are announced. So there are a lot of benefits coming for the skilled and unskilled labor. There were a lot of initiatives which are being talked about on reskilling of the skills itself. So a lot of changes are going to happen with regard to the baseline economy in India, because that is really the base of the much bigger corporations. So today we would know about either land reform or the legal reforms. So I will update you next week, but I think this is what India's journey or governance is going towards.
Well, that sounds great. I mean, someone might say, what the hell? What the hell is happening? If you get my drift. But the point is, what the government now seem to be doing is getting you prepared. There's a great saying, be prepared, which is an old scouting motto, which I learned when I was about 4 years old, really, even before I joined the scouting movement. And it is being prepared for the future. And the great thing that the Indian government are doing is that they are preparing the platform for you as an entrepreneur, a business owner, or an employee to now go and flourish, to take advantage of what these opportunities really are. And I'm sure you're prepared already, because we're doing this digital platform, we're putting people in the spotlight, we're trying to recognize that for people that tomorrow is a great opportunity to get their message out there. But for the ones that do it today, they've got a day's advantage, or a week's advantage, or a month's advantage. The point is, if you're prepared, take the steps now. And you're prepared, aren't you? I know you're prepared. What are you preparing?
Yes, so I am preparing. It is wrong for me to accept that I am prepared, fully prepared. I think it's a journey, and we are changing the way we were doing business in 2019. So I think we are realizing, we are seeing the future and getting adjusted to the new way of doing business. So number one is there are going to be a lot of opportunities with regard to localization. So I think we need to understand as Indian business people that there are going to be a lot of opportunities for the local companies. So instead of looking towards USA, UK, Japan, which are traditional markets for Indian, especially in the segment that I operate in, I think we have to now prepare ourselves to look at the near vicinity, where are the clients. So I think we need to work on generating new clientele. And I think this platform, which is Spotlight, is just one of the initiatives that we are preparing. It is not perfect, but I think we are going towards that.
No, that's absolutely right, CK. And again, putting you on the spot, but then again, you're in the spotlight. So, you know, why not put you on the spot? But the nice thing about this is you mentioned the word localization. To me, when I had a proper job all those years ago when I worked in the oil industry, we were a globalization company, but we worked very locally. So we proved what we did locally so that we could go globally. And now is the great opportunity to prove what you do locally. Open your door and look at what's around you. Everyone listening on here have a network of people around them. The government this week in India has relaxed the laws so that everything now and every tender under $15 million has to become a local supply. That gives SMEs or micro companies, which whatever you want to call yourself, a huge opportunity to collaborate with each other. Get your network back together. Bring your networking, your network that has been dormant for some months, been quiet, you know, doing the pleasantries, making a few phone calls, but not really active in the business world. Now they're looking for a leader. Are you that leader? Are you the one that's saying, let's get together, let's look at what these tenders are available, let's really galvanize our local network and tell the local community we're here. It's a very safe environment out there. Trade is going to happen. Once trade happens, are you going to be at the forefront? Are you going to lead your sector locally? Because we're crying out for leaders now to grab hold of everybody, invite them in, inspire them to work with you, network with them properly, communicate with them, even if they are in a competitive arena with you. Now is the opportunity. There's a huge world out there, even if it's just local. Galvanize your team, galvanize your network, be the leader that the world is crying out for, and start leading your local community. That's the message I've got for the end of the week, you know, and you've got all weekend to think about it. How's that? That's fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly. In fact, you are right in a way, because I think there is a time for us to reorganize our SWOT analysis. We have to understand what is our strength and what is our weakness, and where are the customers, what they need. So I think, one of the platform that we provide is the Spotlight, where the chief executives of various companies can reach out to the local people, local businesses, local state governments. And this is a very good platform where they can just speak their mind out. They can get out of Me Too syndrome. They can create a difference. And I think this is where we are coming. I think, Deval, thanks to you, you have been a good inspiration and you have been a guide. I think this platform is there because your contribution is immense to this platform.
Well, thanks, CK. But the key thing is, get out there, people. You know, this is the greatest opportunity you've got. You don't have to invest a huge amount of money in lots of detailed design, lots of marketing effort. The opportunity now, everyone has been working in the digital world for the last 2 months. For many, it's been a seamless transition into the digital world. Just think of all those kids that have not seen their teachers apart from on a screen like this. They've not physically gone to school. You've not physically met anybody for a coffee, you know, for lunch, to discuss the business world. This is the medium that people have been forced into. So utilize that opportunity and make it yours. Own it. Own the space. You know, we've all been bored with these TV shows online, you know, selling you this vacuum cleaner that doesn't really work as well as it should do, this paintbrush that isn't as good as the person that's using it on the TV is fantastic. When you buy it, it doesn't quite work the way you thought it was going to work because you haven't done the practice, basically. So this is a TV network. It's a localized TV network. If you know where your audience is, let's talk to them. Yeah, come on board, talk about your products, talk about your services, because as CK knows, people buy from people. But that's not the full saying. People buy from people they know and trust. So if you've got a commodity, if you've got a Bic pen, okay, it's simple. You go online and you buy one, and typically you buy it at the cheapest price. It's very price sensitive. If you go and buy a Mont Blanc, you want to go and touch it and feel it. You want to know why the person's selling it, and you will get to know why these people are selling what they're selling. And when you get to know the know and trust, that's when organizations work really well together. That's how networks really work. So my challenge for you, and you've got all weekend to do it and think about it and practice it, is are you the leader of your little sector? Are you that local entrepreneur that's going to go out there flying the kite for your particular sector and get your message to the market that is desperate to buy from you? Everyone hasn't really been spending much money recently, and I know times have been tough, but now they're getting to a point where they want to go and spend. So let them invest in you. It's a message for today. Get out there and do it.
Certainly, Neville. In fact, I will also think through, and when we catch up again on Monday, I will update you on what transpired between today and tomorrow with regard to the new reforms which government is talking about. And most importantly, on Monday, I will update you what I am thinking in terms of spreading with it, especially keeping localization in mind.
That's brilliant, because localization is going to be the way forward. The Indian government have basically laid the platform there ready for people to take advantage, to people to utilize that platform. Governments can't create jobs. Not really. They're not going to create the GDP of the country. They rely upon local people like you, anyone listening here, to go out and make a name for themselves. And they're there to support you, but you have to do it. As ever, CK, great to speak with you this week. We're coming out of this horrible arena. We'll talk about these unprecedented times. I wonder who's going to come out with the book called Unprecedented Times, because it will probably be a bestseller. But let's not worry about writing a book. Let's go out and write the new chapter. So enjoy yourself this weekend. And to anybody listening, just think about what you're about to do. Be prepared for the next step and then take it. Because it's first mover advantage that you need to be doing now, not waiting and looking for who's going to move first. Have a great weekend, CK. I'll see you Monday, and good luck, everybody. Tomorrow's another day.
Certainly, have a nice weekend, Neville, and catch you on Monday. Bye-bye.